Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. How do we get here with DK Metcalf and where can he land? Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking at Mike Macdonald as the first-year head coach now going into year 2 with the Seattle Seahawks, they have a blueprint on what they want to do. They're essentially going to be the Ravens of the West. When you think about everything that goes into it, Tyler Lockett was released. Now DK Metcalf has been given permission to shop essentially for his own deal and also to be traded. I don't think they're going to be giving him $30+ million a year in Seattle. They don't see his production as it being. And last year he got 900 yards. He got, I believe, 5 touchdowns. So it wasn't the production you think that a guy that's requesting $30+ million a year is going to get. Just giving you some background. DK Metcalf gets a lot of personal fouls. He does play a little chippy. He doesn't run the best of routes, so he's physically gifted. He's physically in shape. He's physically an imposing person. But from the standpoint, you got to ask yourself, without the route running, without being the best route runner, do you really trust DK Metcalf with that money for that foreseeable time? With them drafting last year Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's essentially become their number one receiver. From the route running, from the speed to the hands, he's doing a little bit of everything. So that makes DK expendable in this offense because you don't want to essentially pay him what you would pay Jackson Smith. And of course, Geno Smith is the quarterback moving forward. They've already talked about it, and Geno has his favorite at this point. Landing spots possibly for him is not going to be easy because of the contract that he's going to want as well. He's going to probably want $25 to $30 million a year. And you have a couple of spots. You have the Steelers, who do have cap space. They have George Pickens there. They don't have a lot of other options as far as wide receivers go because it's thin at the wide receiver core as far as top-tier talent. Once they get a quarterback, either Justin, Fields, or either bring back Russell Wilson or either go a different route, you could then see Pickens and him being a 1-2 combo tandem that could possibly help put the Steelers in the conversation for a Super Bowl. You look at the Packers. The Packers have the cap flexibility. They don't have a number one receiver on that team. They have a whole bunch of guys that are good, nobody that's great. They're injury riddled with the thing there. So you just got to ask yourself, could this be someplace where he could go, set the tone, and actually take the number one position? That's something possible. The Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills don't really splash a lot with the wide receiver position, but this would be something that you could possibly see Josh Allen teaming up with him. Physical presence, a blocker, a guy that literally can block. DK can block. But from the standpoint, the Bills need a little buffering for that wide receiver position. They need a little upgrade, if you will. They have the tight ends. They have the running back that they want. This could be the wide receiver that they go out and get and make that splash for to pair with Coleman. And also Shakur. The Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos, after not really spending money last year, after being riddled with Russell Wilson salary cap issues of above $50+ million in dead cap, they can become players in this. When you have DK Metcalf, he's a plug-and-play guy. In that offense with Sean Payton, it's timing. You know that you can make timing plays. You got somebody that's physically gifted. If you can get him to run the routes that you need to, boom, boom, bam. Excellent talent for that offense. It's a number of teams that he can land to, but it's just a question of if he's going to be able to thrive in that offense and be the number one receiver. And the last thing, the Kansas City Chiefs. I know that it's not going to be a $30 million deal, but if a 1-year prove-it deal, if it's a year where you want to bring him there to say, hey, we could teach you the ropes, we could teach you this, Andy Reid's offense, take a pay cut temporarily, stay on your one deal, and then you can go get paid somewhere else. I can see him going to Kansas City. So he wants to go to a contender, so those are just some of the spots he can land on. But most importantly, DK has to understand on this next contract, this is your make it or break it contract. Everybody's talented in the NFL. Everybody's gifted, but it's about what you can do to stay in your staying power with what you're playing with. In Seattle, with Mike Macdonald, I don't think they were impressed with what they got production-wise, so that's why he's expendable. So all you Seahawks fans, all you DK Metcalf fans, what do you feel he should end up at? What do you feel he should try to push himself to? And, we're going to see you on the next episode, all right?